And we'll talk a little bit about the Pittsburgh connection. A good story in the Daily Collegian this week about Dylan Trombetta and George Sod, who played high school together at Pine Richland. And there's Sod with a shot that is tipped wide off the stick of defenseman Sean Cornell for the Dukes. And there's quite a few other connections as well as they score. Kirk Collins on the rebound, stuffs it home. As Szymanski gave up a big rebound, and Collins gets the Icers on the board. Minute 49 into the contest. Here's Petrick, full steam through center, pass off of Friedman into the Duke zone. Daly up with it, he'll circle around behind the net, still with it. Throws it back to Petrick at the blue line, he'll leave it for Jensen. Nate with speed, throws it, backdoor, scores! Oh, what a feed by Nate Jensen as he spotted Paul Daly on the back door. And Daly buries it to make it 2-0 with 14:05 to go in the period for Paul, his 8th of the season. Now Johnson battles for it as he bumps with Reichenbaugh. Johnson walking off the wall, backhand scores! Great effort by Bryce Johnson. And just like that, it's 3-0 as Johnson takes it away from Reichenbaugh, and the right wing boards, just walks out and backhands it top shelf where Grandma keeps the peanut butter, and it's 3-0. 6:42 the time of the goal. So 2 goals in 47 seconds. Bothered by Rizzu, knocks the puck loose. Trombetta sent hard into the boards by Steinauer, and that's going to be a penalty on Eric. And Trombetta slow to get up. That was, I don't think, intentional on Eric's part, as it's going to be an interference call. Now Costanzo with it, he'll send it across the blue line. There's a shot, Madrazo with a save, rebound, they score. Rook Manis with the power play goal. And the Icers just unable to clear the puck as Costanzo kept it in at the point. Sent it across the blue line, and the initial shot was stopped by Madrazo, but a big rebound to Rook Manis. There's a shot that's blocked up high. Collins to Sod. Second ever by Sod. 2 saves by Szymanski. He's lost his blocker and his goal stick. Here's Sod with it, circling. He'll chip it to Rich O'Brien. O'Brien with it. Back to Sod at the point. George will tee one up. Fire, scores! I think that changed directions in front. Somebody might have gotten a piece of it. But George Sod with a great shift. And we'll see if we can spot if it did change direction. Steinauer and Collins were both in front. Well, it may have gone in clean, but if it did, either way, it's a 4-1 game. 16 minutes gone here in period number 1.
Score by number 22, George Sod. That's his 13th of the season. Assist by number 2, Rich O'Brien. Time of the goal, 16 minutes.
So George. Here's Pete Sweetland with it in behind his own net. Out to Holstrom at center. Over the line, tried to feed Johnson, and that ends up on the stick of Mike Longo and in the back of the net as Longo gets a fortuitous bounce on the pass intended for Bryce Johnson from Taylor Holstrom. But Longo all of a sudden finds it on his stick, and it's 5-1 as Michael gets his 9th of the year. Long stretch pass by Russo to Marone. Marone all by himself. Blast, scores! Well, that one handcuffed Dan Szymanski as Russo in behind his own net as Dom Marone just headed towards center ice, picked up the pass, blasted one from the right wing circle that beat Szymanski low to the glove side, and it is now 6-1 as Marone gets his 5th of the year. Here's Jensen with it. In around behind the Duquesne net. Centered out in front. Cerruti scores. Great backdoor pass by Nate Jensen. And Cerruti makes it 7-1, Penn State. Well, Nate just picked it up along the right wing boards. Took it in behind the net and threw it out the back door to Cerruti. Cerruti, nice touch pass to Daly. Daly over the line, saucers it to Longo, in on goal. Another save by Szymanski. Petra keeps it at the point. Wrist shot tipped wide. Cerruti scores on the rebound. Well, follow the bouncing puck on this one is Szymanski with a save. It ends up back at the point. Petrick with a shot that bounced right to Chris Cerruti. And he gets his second of the night to make it 8-1. Saad knocked down at center ice, and that's the concern too. With this one just a half minute from over, and then Kent State in next weekend, is that the Icers just want to make sure they avoid any injuries. As I mentioned, Nate Jensen hasn't been out in this third period, and Laux gets sent hard to the ice. Of course, he's just back from injury tonight, and he is slow to get up. No, he lost the blade on his skate. I thought we were the only ones having technical issues tonight, as a last save by Szymanski. Talk about blowing a tire. Dan Laux lost the blade on his right skate. I'll tell you, it's just one of those nights. Thankfully, it is over here as the two teams line up to shake hands. We will take a break and come back to postgame and wrap things up as the Icers win handily 8-1, the final score, to make them 18-0 at home. This is the Penn State Hockey Network.